hills to Pocondre, to educate, elevate, and promote. Yeah, focus on Liberia, for Liberia, Liberia, for Liberia, yeah. From Monday to Sunday, from Monday to Sunday, it's focus on Liberia. Talk about home affairs, in diaspora, current affairs, reliable information, history, talking about culture, politics, education, entertainment, business, sports, advertisement, articulation. Focus on Liberia. Focus on Liberia. Focus on Liberia. From Monday to Sunday.
All right, welcome, everybody. Welcome to Focus on Liberia. This is news as it happens. There's a lot has been going on in Monrovia this Monday, and we're going to bring you all of that. With me, I have on site our journalist Sa Mbayo, and Sa has been following. We're earlier on. We're at the University of Liberia campus, where a protest was happening, and that was quickly ended by the Liberian National Police. Will be brought to speed on that. And now we are at the LDEA head office, where the new boss of the LDEA is going to be addressing the press. So, Sir, are you there?
Yeah, thank you. In few minutes from now, which I just saw the ORC entering the press room. So
You're not very audible. You're not very audible.
I'm not coming clear now.
Yes, okay, go ahead.
So I said in few minutes from now, the ORC of the LDEA will be speaking for just the University of Liberia main campus recently. So of recent, the Student Unification Party begins to stage demands and protests for the resignation of their president, Dr. Mamparion. They believe that for 7 months duration, she has not achieved anything for the institution. So with that, they have asked that she resigns from the position and gave it to another person. So on today, they went on the campuses to present some petition to the American embassy, asking the U.S. to take their citizen from the University of Liberia because she is causing more trouble than good. So while after their petitioning program, they went back on the campus and they were confronted with the police because they began to carry on casualty in the building. So the police have no alternative but to save life and property. The police have to move on to protect the area of the university. So they rounds out, shoot their gas, and these students throw stone at the police. But unfortunately, nobody were arrested or escaped the scene.
Wow. What was there any damage to property?
A bit of the officers were damaged. Few of the chairs, the door were broken into. So Chief, let me just run quickly. I guess the WASI have stated already. Yeah,
okay.
The press conference. Take the
okay, so go right ahead. Go right ahead, and we'll join you. All right, so there you have it, people. There was disturbances at LU.
Liberia.
So we'll go ahead and listen in.
We have got the leadership team of the Labrador Drug Enforcement Agency. I believe by extending my DPS gratitude to the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Dumabuakai Senior, for the confidence and preference bestowed upon us. Also acknowledge the steadfast support of the Minister of Justice as we assume this inaugural national responsibility. As we take over the interim leadership of LDEA, we are fully aware of the alarming challenges that lie ahead of us. Yet, we are equally confident that with determination, discipline, and collective effort, we shall overcome these challenges and restore the dignity, integrity, and effectiveness of this global institution. The proliferation and abuse of illicit drugs stand today as one of grievous national threats confronting Liberia. It endangers our youth, undermines our communities, and poses a direct risk to national security. Confronting this crisis requires the full support of every Liberian. Together, we must build a society free from this devastating source of drugs. But this fight must begin with us, the men and women of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. Those leading the war against drugs must themselves be beyond reproach. Therefore, I hereby announce the immediate launch of the compulsory nationwide drug test for all LDEA officers. They will set a tune for accountability, integrity, and discipline within our ranks. In the incoming days, the LDEA will intensify operations and pursue the issues of drug trafficking and distribution with renewed vigor, without fear nor favor. We call on citizens to cooperate with us in this fight. To strengthen public engagement, we will surely establish an anti-drugs hotline through which citizens can provide critical intelligence to aid our operations. To our colleagues in the media, we appeal for your partnership in this endeavor. The role in sensitizing, informing, and educating the public is indispensable. We pledge our transparency, accountability, and openness as we discharge this mandate on behalf of the Liberian people. And to all drug traffickers, distributors, and those who profit from the destruction of life, consider this final warning. The LDEA will come after you with full weight of the law. There will be no hiding place. We will pursue you relentlessly, prosecute vigorously, and ensure that justice is served. The time of impunity is over. In this regard, the LDEA will work closely with the Liberia National Police and all members of the Joint Security in every operation. Let it be clear, it's running trafficking, distribution, and abuse. To explore every lawful means to restore sanctity and safeguard the future of our beloved nation. With God above, and with the support of every Liberian, we shall prevail. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. No question.
No question. No, absolutely no question. So back to Studio, Pablo, you listening to the ORC of the LDEA He vowed to launch a vigorous drugs tax update in the polls. Henceforth, beginning next month, all officers of the LDEA will begin drugs tests. And he has sent a caveat to all of the drugs dealers and traffickers around the country that under his supervision there will be a no-go zone of drugs traffickers and dealers in the country within the 90 days period given to him by His Excellency President Joseph Newman Bokar. So this will be a joint team with the Liberian National Police and also the LDA. So there will be a drugs test done again at the front of the media by himself. He will be the first to begin the operation of the drugs test.
Okay.
So yeah, there.
Okay. All right. So yeah, tell me about the drugs test. What he mentioned something concerning people that will be taking drug tests.
Yes, he mentioned that every men and women of the LDA will kick off drugs tests under his
Okay.
supervision that will strengthen the fight of drugs in the country. You know, you can't be fighting drugs and taking drugs. It's not possible. So you have to be zero, free from drugs to fight drugs. I think under his supervision, he believes that when you are free from drugs, then you can fight drugs.
Is he going to take a drug test today himself?
Yes, I think now with the team of journalists are now heading downstairs with the police spokeswoman 122, where they will convey the drugs tax.
Not arresting people here today.
Okay, please open up.
So, so you see the health practitioners are here already.
Okay, people. So we're losing them just a little bit, but it's the network in Liberia. So please be patient with us here. It seems as though the new boss of the LDEA has mandated that each and every man and woman under his command will be mandated to take a drug test. We do not know if it's going to be something that will be rotational, or if this is just going to be a one-time thing. But he has mandated that they will all, and he is going to set the example this morning by taking a drug test himself. And from then on, everybody else will be mandated to do it. I'm not sure how fast this will work. They have LDA officers all over the country, or what the process will look like, but I'm guessing this is part of the new start to the LDEA. So we will stand by and see if we can reconnect with Monrovia, and see what else is going on there. So please stick with us. This is live television, and sometimes these things happen like this. But stick and stay with us, and I'm sure we'll be able to get him back on here to tell us a little bit more about what's going on. Stand by.
At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia. And
Okay, so we're still waiting to hear from Monrovia. See if we can get the link back up here. And hopefully we can capture the new LDEA Boss conducting or participating in the first drug test. If I'm not mistaken, this is going to be the first drug test after the president did his on the first day of his administration, which has been a little over a year and a half. So whether this will be something that will become pretty common, whether it will expand to people beyond the LDEA, maybe to the entire security force, whether you have the NSA, the police, the immigration, we don't know yet if this is something that's going to actually affect that or not. But we are watching, and we'll see what happens, what is done differently now than what has happened in the past. As you guys know, upon taking office, President Boyka appointed A.B. Kroma as head of LDEA, and then he also appointed Hassan Fadiga as deputy boss for operations, and that did not go so well. After that, he appointed another group, and that did not go so well. This is the third group, so we're going to link up with him again. Go ahead, sir.
So we have a network glitch in the laboratory room. You know, there is a huge network issues there, but the new management is leading by FOL. He is the first person to take the drugs test, followed by his code of officers, and the following weeks, all junior officers will continue the drugs test in the LDEA segment.
Okay, all right. So yeah, so the LDEA boss is presently in the process of taking his drug tests, and his senior officers are also with him. They're also going to be taking drug tests under the watchful eyes of the press. Unfortunately, the room that they're in, you see, the things with these concrete buildings is that it blocks out the Wi-Fi signal, and so therefore, when you go deep into these buildings, you lose signal, and that's what is happening right now in the lab area where the test is being conducted. That when you go that far in, you lose signal. So our reporter had to come out so he could reconnect with us and let us know what is going on. So, sir, let me get a little bit from you. What are you thinking? How do the people look? I believe this is the third boss of the LDEA so far in this short administration. LDEA officers, do they look upbeat? Do they look hopeful?
From the observation of officers' faces here, they look quite excited. From the turning over ceremony, from what we're hearing around the corner, some officers look somehow excited because this newly ORC comes with a lot of discipline. And when I enter, I heard we won't be coming to work late again, 7 a.m. timely, and you will be able to give a report on time because this is our new boss, and he looked very, very straight. And I'm not seeing a Zoom for corruption in the LDEA. In fact, the LDEA ORC said that immediately he was announced by the president, he blocked his mobile money account because he believed that dealers send money on the on director's account as bribery. So he doesn't want to be form part of that particular act. He have his mobile money account blocked. So yes, junior officers are excited, and I'm seeing that excitement on their faces, and hoping they can also join in hands with their newly appointed boss to fight against drugs in our country.
Okay. So there you have it, folks. The new LDEA boss has taken office. He gave a short press conference. He stated a few things, including that all officers of the LDEA would be mandated to take a drug test. Sir, what did he say about the 90 days? Is he only going to be officer in charge for 90 days?
So on how he will operate will help in his extension to go for probably a year plus, or right after another day again the president will ask him to leave. But according to him, within the 90 days, there will be a huge stand against the fight of drugs. Well, operations will increase. The men and women of the LDA will begin to move on a smooth operation, meaning at night and day they will go on arresting dealers in the country, and there will be no zoom for bribery. You know, in the LDA, there is a wonderful statement that trust money is very big,
Yes.
and if you go, trust me, I think one of the biggest apply to the president would be the increasement of DEA salaries. I'm sure he is looking up to that because he can't fight just with a little amount of $100 being earned monthly. I was informed that the cashier, those who arrest these drugs money, the person who keep it is making as low as 125. How will
Wow.
this lady fight drugs when she making as low as 125? She can arrest almost 50,000 US, 100,000 liberty. She will be intimidated to do something else. So I believe you're looking at direction to plead for officers' salary to increase from at least 100 to 200 or 300, and the well-being of officers to also be protected as well.
That's great. That's great. Well, I mean, we're looking forward to things like that. We're hoping, as the legislature have begun working on next year's budget, we're all excited to see what exactly they're going to put in the budget for the LTEA, whether for vehicles, for operations, for equipment, for surveillance, all those things. And as you stated, an increment in pay. This is very dangerous work. It's life threatening work. Quite recently, a LDA officer was beaten to death by Zogos. And so, yeah, so it's very dangerous work, and you would think that people would be paid in that manner. So we're really looking forward to what the president has planned for LDEA when he talks about the fight against drugs, as well as the LDEA officer in charge.
I
Who
think
knows? And if
this also will be a core because with the drone security fight, this will also help the LDA. You know, the LDA lack utility in terms of vehicles, operational vehicles. The LDA lack all of these items to carry on operations. At night, the LDA operation is done by motorbike. And you know, these guys risk their life heavily. To see a DA officer riding back in the city while he fight drugs, I think I'm not too sure our government is ready to fight drugs. So with this new ORC with the level of commitment he's coming up with the drone security effort, the police and the LDA, they have to increase utility for the LDA, the vehicles. Need to be increased.
yes,
These are things the DA need to use to fight drugs. You can't have one truck. This is the only truck the LDA have. Time in the
wow,
mirror from year end to year come. This is the only truck the LDA have that will only place about 20 officers. How would they, even those who they go raid, how would they have them arrested? Their utility is low.
Yeah.
So I think the ORC too need to look in that direction, increase the utility of the LDEA as well.
Wow. Okay. All right. So there you have it, folks. We've been speaking with our reporter out on the field, Sir Augustine Bayo. He was previously at the University of Liberia campus. And now he's here at the LDEA headquarters, where the officer in charge, newly appointed by the president, gave his first briefing. He talked about what he's going to do in the 90 days. He called for the cooperation of the
So
citizens. Yeah, go ahead.
we have one of the officers wanting to
Yes,
speak to us.
yes,
Let me
please.
see if we can talk to him. How are you, Chief?
Yeah, I remember.
Welcome to Focus on Liberia. You seem to be member of the LDA. How do you feel hearing about the drugs tax being announced by the newly appointed ORC?
Yeah, I'm very happy for the drug test. I'm very happy about it. Yeah, I'm happy about the drug test. And all officers will do the drug test.
Were you willing to take the drugs test?
Yeah, I'll do my test today. Today I'll do my test.
And what does it mean for the LDA, especially as an officer? What do you think with the newly appointed ORC? Do you think this fight of drugs is going somewhere in our country?
Yeah, by God's grace, the part of drugs is going far oil and we make sure we fight drugs from door to door.
From door to door.
Can I ask him a question, please?
All Nigerians will take transfer back home.
What can you recommend to your boss as you take power today? What can you recommend to your boss as you take position today? So he's an officer. He can't.
Yeah, I mean, a question. Because I remember you recommend to the board and let me go inside before they can't let me off. No, but that's great. I really wanted to hear what he had to say concerning the calls by the public for the increment in officer pay. I really wanted to hear that part, because it's really the public that has been calling for that increase. I have not heard one LDA officer call for it, but the public.
At times they will say it behind the camera. They are
Yeah.
afraid. When you as an officer, when you speak in front of the camera calling for salary increasement, it undermines the credibility of the security force. So they will always call behind the camera, please elevate our voices. We are not taking good money. Our life isn't protected. When we go hard, when we go raid drugs, you see drugs people will call people that is higher than us, higher authority, and just a phone call, they will threaten our job, and we can't do nothing about it. So these are things that we keep on saying.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, sir. We've been going for almost 30 minutes. It looks like we kind of covered this. Is there anything else going on in Monrovia today? If not, can we talk about our show we're planning for the weekend? What else is going on in Monrovia today?
Just for me, I will soon be running to the CDC press conference. So CDC is expected to hold a major press conference where they will announce the arrival of the political leader in the country and autonomy follow his arrival. So
that's great. That's great. Okay, sounds good. Well, people, there you have it. So our reporter now is going to be heading towards the new CDC headquarters, the new temporary CDC headquarters, where a press conference is expected to be given, and they're going to talk about the return of former President George Weah to the country, and hopefully we can get some news there on what is the itinerary going forward for him, and hopefully his response to certain things that have been happening in the country. So stay to Focus on Liberia. We will be disconnecting in a few minutes, but as soon as we arrive at the CDC temporary headquarters, we'll definitely be going live again. So watch your news feed as we go live. We also have a show this weekend. Don't forget, this weekend We collaborate with Care Radio at 2 p.m. in Liberia, and we're going to be coming to you live from Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. And we're going to be feeling the pulse of people in Buchanan on just how things are going. So we will be bringing you everything that you need right on your device. So until then, we will be stepping back for now. And then once we get in touch with you again, we'll be going live. Thank you so much for all you do, and we'll wait for your signal.
At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This